You gotta love it when a plan comes together. In the last video, I designed these models in Hero Forge to use while playtesting my upcoming game, Killscreen 89. I spent the last day or so printing them. We'll get to that in a second. But I now have a set that I'm really happy with. It's pretty much exactly what I wanted. These minis are perfect for demonstrating the vibe of the game and the setting, but they are just for playtesting. These are not going to be the official models because, well, one, they're Hero Forge models, and two, I'm going to want to get some official models sculpted that are exactly what I want. But of course, it will be a miniature agnostic game because this is such a great style for kit bashing, assuming you have or can find appropriate bits to use. I do have now one full set that is printed and I'm happy with. However, it wasn't the first set I printed. I actually went through 3 or 4 trials until I got things exactly how I wanted them. Dropping them on the floor? Come on, man. What are you doing with your life? The main reason I have all of these ones printed that I didn't end up using is size. When I designed these in Hero Forge, I didn't take note of the heights I was making them, and I didn't realize that the height adjustment in Hero Forge really makes a massive difference. So they were kind of all over the place, and it took me a while adjusting all of them to get them to a point that I really liked. Some came out way too small originally, and some came out way too large. Obviously, people are gonna have variations in their height, but these two, it's like they're from completely different worlds. That's a bit ridiculous. So I kept resizing things. First, I scaled some of them up to match the biggest ones, and that looked right comparatively 1-to-1. And then I thought, oh, hey, before I get ahead of myself, compare them to the runners. And while I do want them to be intimidating, again, this just doesn't look right. The other reason I printed things a few times, where is it here, is because of this model. So this is the first one that I made in Hero Forge. And once it was printed, I didn't like it. One, the pose looked kind of silly. I didn't like the pose. But the biggest issue I had with it is it's got this like metal helm thing. And just the way that Hero Forge works in terms of adjusting poses, like it turned its head, it bent this so that, you know, the head twisted. But the thing is, like, this isn't cloth, this is metal. So it looks really weird. And when I went in just to fix this, I ended up redesigning the character entirely and came up with this, which is so much better. I realized that they had a motorcycle jacket, which I didn't see the first time around. So that led me to a totally new design, which I think is so much cooler. This is much more in line with what I actually visualized. And this model is inspired by one specific killer from a fairly obscure horror film. So if anyone actually knows what movie this was inspired by, say it in the comments and you'll win a prize. Well, probably not actually a prize. I don't know. But like, I'll be very impressed. Speaking of the runner models, lots of people have asked where I got them. These are original sculpts for this game. I commissioned Jordan from Skullforge Studios to make them for me. So you can't get them anywhere right now. But once the game is out, you will be able to get them. Now everything is scaled perfectly. Well, I don't know if it's perfect, but definitely good enough. It looks right, and that's what matters. I've got them on some 25mm bases. That was another issue I had with these ones that were too large, is that they wouldn't fit on 25mm bases. They'd have to go on 32s. And I don't know, I kind of just wanted to keep everything on these size bases. So I'm gonna get some primer on these, and yeah, I'm really excited. I always find the step of priming so incredibly satisfying. It's kind of like closing a chapter. Doesn't matter if it's something that's 3D printed, something that's handcrafted, or even just some models that are purchased and assembled. Once you hit that phase of priming, it means that you've decided the previous step is complete. And often that first step of building or printing or assembling is one of the most daunting tasks to get started when you're hobbying. So this priming step is sort of like a little celebration. Personally, I actually associate the smell of the airbrush primer with a sense of satisfaction, to the point where if I walk into my studio and I smell that, I automatically get this like little serotonin boost as if I've done something successful or positive, even if I haven't. So I was feeling really good about things while priming these, but a thought occurred to me that kind of got me a little bit freaked out. Well, not freaked out, but a little bit stressed. I'm not even remotely close to where I want to be to take this game to Dungeon Fest to demo it. As of right now, today, I'm exactly 1 week out from arriving there. I need to make some more scatter terrain and paint it. I need to finish my most recent rules updates and print out copies of the rules. And I need to paint all 8 of these models. And these are all character models. They're all gonna have a bit of a different color scheme. So yeah, they kind of each will require their own bit of attention. Now, I don't have any sort of aspirations of a really high-end, great paint job for these. I'm probably gonna be hitting them with speed paints mostly, but still knowing that I have to have all that done and ready to travel with is just a little bit stressful. I do realize that that pressure is completely self-imposed. I'm going to see friends, and even the people who aren't people I know as friends are all just going to be cool people who are just hanging out, having a good time, enjoying games, enjoying hobbying. Nobody's really going to care how well these are painted. And really, I shouldn't put too much work into these because, like I said, these are just temporary models for playtesting. They're not official models for the game. Regardless, I still have a bunch of work to do and I should get to it.